people.
The door coming in here, a lot of people have their phones and video and it appears that everyone is expecting him to walk in at any moment. I think that's why they're reporting.
He's late. Of course he's late. Why would he be on time? He's only fucking Donald Trump.
It's about 8:02. We gotta do it. Hey, before he walks out, I want to talk about our friends.
What's up?
We won a great t-shirt.
Who's here?
If you want
Oh, I can actually see people. It's so weird that you're in my chat. That is just strange as fuck.
There it is. The information
What's going on?
for that is on your screen.
So I love that Trump picked a non-union automaker to speak at, just to be like, fuck you to Joe Biden. But he instead makes himself look like an asshole.
2024
Oh, you can't make the shit up with this guy. You really can't.
sold out in about 3 hours. After announcing
And Brian Glenn's been on here the whole time saying how he likes the more intimate settings, like making excuses why they aren't having huge rallies.
giving it away by simply
When he goes on, I'll make it so you can see it.
t-shirt drop.
Just bear with me this whole time because we're on a fucking shoestring. If I can do this with an iPhone fucking SE and a 10-year-old laptop, I'll be fucking pumped. Just for tonight.
Select your size and
But
get your
that's why I need all you fabulous people.
Trump, as there's probably never been.
These guys are the worst. You should have heard fucking Brian Glenn before. He's just such a kiss ass. It's amazing.
I mean, especially here in Michigan.
Hi guys. Hi Tracy.
Michigan was probably
Adam, what's up, buddy?
the most states for COVID.
Ontario, is it fucking cold up there? Starting to get cold here. The weather changed real quick.
Your own personal excuse.
Masha. Is that for me to say? Because it sounded when I said it like it was for me to say.
Not allowing anybody else.
Thanks, yeah.
Coming through here during COVID.
It's weird that now I have to feel like I have to know how to say your names. Like I know how to type them, but now saying them is gonna be funny.
See, the drive-through was all open. You couldn't walk in and eat. You couldn't
Spock, I don't know if I can do that. Yes, I can still do it. I haven't done that in fucking a long time.
themselves here.
Steve-O!
Rush the economy.
Yep,
Rush
I figured I'd say what the hell, you know.
the effects right now.
Everybody else is getting on the act. I want to make fun of Donald Trump too and have people watch.
What's
up, Nick? What's going on? Yeah, the background's... You see my Russian... That's a real Russian hat. I mean, cap that used to have a warm-blooded human underneath it, let's say.
President Trump, and I don't know the last time President Trump was here in
But
Michigan. I really
my
don't
girlfriend Mel made all this stuff. She's awesome at it.
Probably he did close to 36 rallies after the 2020 election. So
She does all the
he's
merch and stuff, too.
been here, post the election, but it's been a while.
MTG Hog and TV time. I don't know. Is she on here? I don't know. Because she loves following Brian Glenn around, you know? Because they're like, you know. But she held her... I think she called it a town hall a couple days ago in Georgia, and it was just... it's comical, you know? She basically says herself that she can't find Ukraine on a map, so that's the reason why we shouldn't be supporting Ukraine, which is clearly an educated take. I appreciate you guys being here, to tell you the truth. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you.
Like a Trump rally in here.
Yeah, they are dating. I feel like they won't say it, though. You know what I mean? Like, it's that weird, like, they still try to have that
I still think Pickens
normal politician-reporter conversation, which just is awkward, to say the least. Does anybody know what the actual name of the automaker is here? Unlike Hal, I don't have a team of people to get me set up for this.
And of course,
Hi, Elizabeth. What's going on, guys?
down in auto workers strike going on. President Biden was here yesterday, spent a whopping 90 seconds. Comment on that.
So Hal's doing what? The Flappers tonight? Oh, you guys are gonna love that I can say that. Flappers. Hal is at Flappers.
They need higher wages. They want better conditions.
More plumbing madness in the building this week still only takes one. What happened this time?
Policies of the Biden administration.
Are you up and running? I'm hoping. Can anybody hear what's her face's voice? Can you guess who's the other voices besides Brian Glenn there?
They're here. You can see the parts of the wall. I still think, earlier, if you missed this broadcast, I encourage you to go back and listen in as
She's the worst too. Maybe the worst lawyer in history. Couple worst lawyers. This has been happening a lot too. I don't understand what the hell's going on with it.
This is car.
It works great for a while, and then it skips, and then it stops, and then you have to refresh. Rumble's the worst. It's terrible. Look at this bullshit.
What they do.
Handy, I'm not gonna lie, that just is awkward for me to say.
The parts being sourced overseas.
No, I didn't get myself a laptop.
First mindset
I have a laptop, but this is, as you can see, listen, it's skipping now. I don't know if it's the laptop doing that or if it's Rumble. I think it's Rumble because it was doing that on my phone too. So, but
I think it's kind of
it evens out after a while. If not, you just refresh and it's fine.
frustration
They'll probably say because it's so many people loading up on it.
in this part of the country.
Well, Adam, I'm using 1999's technology too, so don't blast them.
They absolutely do, and many of them are working to
We'll see. Who knows? Could be because I'm on this, to tell you the truth. So how's everybody doing tonight?
job.
Hal's show ended fine. Deep State didn't get him. He was able to say goodbye this time.
Food on the table and the lights on.
Yeah, Rumble does suck.
Pay for their house,
I am in
pay their
Boston.
mortgage,
Correct.
send their kids to school. If they're
I say Boston is just south of Boston. Like, if I look out that window, Boston's right there. So I couldn't get any closer. It's about a 5-minute boat ride, but it'll probably take me
going on in these universities.
25 minutes in driving to get there.
This song I think is so appropriate.
Christina Bob.
Being
That's who it
here
is.
just outside Detroit, these are all
Windows 3.5. I don't even know if it's that. I'm lucky I have this, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. I am. I'm lucky to have that. Before I was doing everything on on my cell phone, which is also not the best fucking cell phone. So, but like I said, that's why I need you guys. Patreon's there, and I'm like Hal. I'll just be honest with everybody. I have, like, I'm not good at self promotion, let's say, and telling people about shit. But I do have a Patreon. If anybody has not checked it out yet, feel free, please. Boston. I say Boston. I think most people from Boston say Boston, and people from Boston don't say Beantown.
January 15th at 7 p.m. is the first.
No, like 4.
What's up, Heather?
And New Hampshire as well. I see South Carolina.
It's another good one for a Boston accent, Heather.
We hadn't gone to Nevada yet in a while.
All right, 8:09. He's late again.
Nevada is definitely
And this is where it gets good with these idiots because this is where they just start like freestyling.
to download our
Like they've gone through all their programming.
absolutely free in our Apple, your Android phone.
Bobby Orr.
Download it.
I met
Have it on
Bobby
your
Orr.
phone. It's absolutely free, and it's a great
My
way
parents used to go on
to
the
these
celebrity
around
cruises
all the
with the
broadcasts
Bruins.
that we have. I gotta tell you, I met somebody
But
the other day.
I met Bobby Orr at the Wives Carnival they used to
It's a
have.
motorcade that drove me in South Carolina.
What's up, President? What's
I'm a
happening?
big fan of you guys. I've got your app and everything. And then when I got to South Carolina,
I wouldn't go that far back.
police escort that I had there.
I mean, I do, but I wouldn't.
I love Right Side. I watch you all the time.
John Havlicek stole the ball.
Everyone right now, if you don't have the app, go check it out.
So obviously we're just waiting for this meathead, the orange meatball, to take the stage. Didn't seem to me like they had any, like, usually they get a couple guys before him talking to keep the crowd interested, but I didn't see any.
When I get to do these events,
They did have some good,
get the right side app.
depending on how long Trump goes, they did have some good interviews with a couple idiots beforehand, so if he doesn't go that long, maybe I'll show the interviews after that.
Your book about the
But this is, this is the setup. Basically all I have to do, I have to get a good laptop so that I can just get the software, obviously, where I don't need to just
when you talk about
ghetto style, like lay my laptop in front of the fucking iPhone to have you guys see shit. That'd be great. Can you guys hear me all right too, by the way?
election, it often leads
Probably should have
to
asked that
capital
beforehand.
reasons. So your book fits right in.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot.
Are you live? I live in Michigan. Did they say what plant? No, it's in Clint, TWP. So I did hear it earlier, but I forget what they were saying. Has anybody seen the debate? Any of the debate? Is that on already?
Don't know how to get involved. What is the best resource? I mean, who would you
Thank you, John. Appreciate you, buddy.
if you want to get involved in your regional, local, state election?
Yeah, I mean, I'm on here to hang out at this point right now. Hopefully I can get you guys some audio of this. I had to disconnect my soundboard. I do have a soundboard, but It only. Oh, here he is. Let's go. It only works with headphones right now. Well, I mean, it only works with headphones. Oh, do we have to listen to the fucking song? No, I don't know. No, it's not the wrong channel. You're in the right channel. You here for a reason. All 39 of you. Which means 13 of you have not hit that like button yet. So, if I find out who you are, you're in trouble. Jerry, fucking the best dressed man in the NHL. All right, no, I can't turn that song up. I can't yet. I can't because it's supposed to be him walking from the plane. Like takes a little bit to get to the stage. The song plays the whole time. It finishes just as he's like shaking hands, waving, throwing paper towels and shit. That doesn't happen anymore. Now he just comes right out and he's got to sit there like a fucking a vegetable for 3 minutes while the song plays. It's just nothing this guy does is good. Is good. Nothing. Where is he? And then fucking RSBN. Well, watch this. There'll be a camera angle where you can't even see Trump or something. Everything is just the worst. There he is. Look at him. Hold on. Hold on. Is that better? No, worse, better, good? That's good. That's not bad. I'll watch it here. Unbelievable. Great song for trade. Well, it's funny that like most of his songs have like LGBTQIA, relationships and backgrounds, let's say, and he just doesn't understand that. Well, Denise, I didn't know I was going to be on either. I've been saying it so long, and I just said fuck it. And thank you that all 38 of you in here have hit that like button. That's pretty cool. I don't think I've ever seen everybody hit the like button. Yeah. Anybody. I accept any assistance. Like I said, I'm terrible at self-promotion, so bear with me. We'll get it, though. We'll get there. We'll get there. All right, let's go. Here we go. Let me know if you can hear it, all right? Hope I don't get caught. Can I even do this? I don't even know. We'll find out. Fuck it.
Thank you very much. This is great. We're in this room where we wanted to keep it small, and outside we have...
He loves saying that. We wanted to keep it small, but outside. Everybody's outside.
But I'm thrilled to be back with the workers.
I'll try not to be like Hal and stop it every 5
proud
seconds.
Patriots of the great state of Michigan. Great state, great people.
You can hear it, right?
Across the
Thumbs up.
country tonight, there are countless thousands of auto workers and skilled tradesmen worried about the future and what the future holds for themselves and for their incredible families. I want to begin this evening by saluting these truly great Americans who do not get the credit they deserve. You don't get the credit they deserve.
You don't get the credit they deserve. Starting off with good grammar already. Great grammar.
To the welders, assembly line workers, machine operators, forklift drivers, pipe fitters, tool and die makers.
He knows zero of what those jobs do.
And journeymen, we love being with you, and we love being with you right
Benny
in your
Logo in the house.
environment.
Let's go.
You built
Hi,
this
Mel.
country, you love this country, and you are the ones that make our country run. You know that, right?
I was telling him about how you make all this stuff and the shirt.
Before I stepped into the political arena 7 years ago, I spent my whole life working alongside of Americans just like you. Spent a lot of time with you. You just don't know that, but I spent a lot of time with you.
Is it
just
not funny to hear him say he spent his whole life
I
working?
put everything on the line to fight for you. I've risked it all to defend the working class from the corrupt political class that has spent decades sucking the life, wealth, and blood out of this country. That's why
He's gonna start getting angry. Hold on. How do I stop this fucking thing? Why is it so easy for everybody else, you assholes?
And our automobile.
Alright, so, because of the ruling in New York, like, a lot of his fucking assets are going to be frozen for a lot of times, so you can tell how everybody on the right was flipping out about this, only $18 million Mar-a-Lago bullshit. That's because it really hits him in the fucking pocketbook. That's why. And he's not happy about it, which means he's going to get more desperate and more dangerous which is really unfortunate. We just have to be ready for it. But that you can guarantee you that. I mean, not that he hasn't been desperate and dangerous.
Manufacturing lifeblood which they're sucking out of our country. I want a future that protects American labor, not foreign labor. A future that puts American dreams over foreign profits. And a future that raises American wages, that strengthens American industry, that builds national
He looks
pride
like
and
shit.
that defends this country's dignity, not squanders it all to build up foreign countries that hate us. And you know where they are? They're
The
located all over
isolationism
the
is
world,
just-
but they're mostly on the other side of the world. We don't want that. Under crooked Joe Biden, you have none of this. You have none of the things we want. Instead of economic nationalism, you have ultra-left-wing globalism. They hate our country. And the workers of America are getting, to put it very nicely, screwed. You're getting screwed. Yesterday, Joe Biden came to Michigan to pose for photos.
The problem is he feeds off the fact that like a lot of people in this country do feel like they're getting screwed by the government. It's almost like when he says, you know, I'm not picking a side for the Ukraine and Russia war. I just want all the killing to stop. I want everybody to stop dying, which sounds like a good answer on the surface. But, I mean, that's almost like if somebody were to ask you during World War II, who do you want to win, the Allies or Hitler? And you sit there and you say, well, it doesn't matter to me as long as, you sound like a fucking idiot, right? So that same thing applies now, is basically what the fuck I think.
At the picket line. But it's his policies that send Michigan auto workers to the unemployment line. He only came after I announced that I would be here. You know, he announced quite a bit later. Spoke for a few seconds. Did you notice he spoke for what? A few seconds?
That's a few seconds longer than any president
no
has done
idea
in
what
this
he was
nation's
saying.
history.
He didn't know
So
where he was. He didn't know where he was. He didn't know what we were saying. Where am I? He's saying, where am I? Oh, you're in Michigan. Oh, that's great. What do they do in Michigan? They grow weed in Michigan, he said. Don't they grow weed? It's Iowa and other places. Biden's cruel and ridiculous electrical. Think of this.
he said electric cars wrong.
Electric vehicle
Yep.
mandates that will spell the death of the
He
US
has to start
auto
over.
industry.
Like, if he
it doesn't
starts the
matter
sentence
what
over,
you
he fucked it up the
negotiated
first
a
time.
Contract, you're all on picket lines and everything, but it doesn't make a damn bit of difference what you get, because in 2 years you're all going to be out of business. You're not getting anything.
Spock,
What
my
they're doing
Trump is
to the
terrible,
auto
and I'm
industry
pissed
in
about it. I
Michigan
want a
and
good
throughout the
Trump
country
impression
is
so bad.
Absolutely horrible.
I suck at it.
Ridiculous. Hundreds of thousands of American jobs, your jobs, will be gone forever because crooked Joe Biden is selling out. But I don't think it's him. I don't think he actually knows what the hell he's doing.
All right.
He does it. She says he does it.
Is it Joe Biden or is it not Joe Biden? I mean, I don't understand this whole. I'm gonna tell you how fucking strong Joe Biden's gonna come after you. He's gonna take everything away from you. He's taking your guns. He's taking this. He's taking that. And then at the end of the sentence, you're gonna say, actually, I don't think it's Joe. It's not actually Joe Biden. It's who's doing it. Okay, so should we be mad at Joe Biden or should we not be mad at Joe Biden? If I was a MAGA fucking person, I'd be so confused at who the fuck I should be mad at. I'd be like, who am I mad at today? I don't know. I don't know.
No, he doesn't know. It's not his fault. Let's not blame him. But he's surrounded with radical left Marxists and crazy people, fascists, bad people.
How can they be everything?
He's selling you out to China. He's selling you out to the environmental extremists on the radical left. People have no idea how bad this is going to be also for the environment. You know, those batteries, when they get rid of them, and lots of bad things happen, and when they're digging it out of the ground to make those batteries, it's going to be very bad for the environment. You can be loyal to American labor, or you can be loyal to the environmental lunatics, but you can't really be loyal.
Hey, Carl.
It's one or the
What's up,
other,
buddy?
And they understand that. The Democrat Party has no idea what they're doing right now. They have no idea what to do. Crooked Joe is siding with the left-wing crazies who will destroy automobile manufacturing and will destroy our country.
Do you see how he put that? Hold
Destroy
on.
our
Come on.
country.
He's
Put the back
siding with the
border.
left-wing crazies. So does that mean he's not a left-wing crazy? Like, he can't even get his own shit straight. Like, he can't get his own shit talking straight. It's amazing to me.
We had the safest border in history. Now you look at what's happening, it's just a horror show.
Safest border in history. It only took COVID.
Workers of America and with those who want to make America great
Thank you,
again,
Nanette.
and
I
always
appreciate you.
will.
Thank you. Everybody can still hear it, right,
And I
too?
don't
I'll
get
probably
one
ask
thing.
that a lot because I'm a
I
rookie.
don't get why Ford and GM, why these car makers aren't fighting to make cars that are going to sell, to make cars that are going to be able to go on long distances. They immediately give up. I see it with the oil companies too. They're promoting windmills, which don't work, by the way. But they don't work. They want windmills. all
Oh,
over
don't
the
talk
place.
about the whales.
It's like they're told what to do, and that's what they go against their industry. They're either stupid or they're gutless. But why do they concede so fast? This plant, we just walked through this plant, and the electric vehicles are going to put them out of business. They don't need any of this. The things that you make
The
in
electric
machine, they
vehicles are
don't
going to put
need any.
automakers out of
Why
business.
is it that these big, powerful car companies with guys that are making $35 million a year immediately quit? They say, you want electric vehicles, we'll give it to you, when the damn things don't go far enough and they're too expensive.
He just...
And I'm not in that
He's
business,
literally
but I
in
know a lot about it.
2000
They don't
fucking
go far
7
enough and
with
they're
his
too
technology.
expensive.
He thinks
A
nothing's
vote for
changed.
Crooked Joe means the future of the auto industry will be made in China. That's what's going to be. That's where they're made.
This
My
fucking
pledge
guy,
to
man.
every automaker is this: a vote for President Trump means the future of the automobile will be made in America, where it should be. Made in America.
Oh, fuck off. Rumble sucks. Well, here we go. Yep. Just in case they didn't know where they were before, they know what country they're in now.
It will be fueled by American energy. It will be sourced by American suppliers. It will be sculpted from American iron, aluminum, and steel, and it will be built by
USSR.
highly skilled American hands and high-wage American labor. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. And we'll do it first day in office. First day in office.
I mean, did anybody ever tell you guys beware of somebody that promises you the world? Beware of somebody that gives you really simple solutions to complex issues that you know that these fucking issues and what he's given you could not solve that issue. I mean, that's all he does is like never seen before. We're going to do it like never seen before. Nobody's ever seen it before. It's because you've never fucking done it. That's why nobody's seen it before.
It'll be signed out first day in office. What they're doing to our country is horrible. What they're doing to the auto workers of this country just doesn't make sense. I saved American auto manufacturing. You know that in my first term, and I'll save it again. We did great. We did everything to keep those jobs going.
How good could your policies be if you saved everything 4 years ago? You know, less than 4 years ago, and it's already shit, supposedly. How good could your policies have been?
And we will make it bigger, better, and stronger than ever before. That's what we're going to do. But we want to talk about it, but we talk, and we keep talking.
Thank
But
you,
we
Steph.
don't want to talk too much, but before we do talk about the
Talk
current
too
UAW
much.
strike that we've been hearing about, and I see people really with mixed emotions because you're striking for wages, but you know your job's only going to be here for 2 years or 3 years if you're lucky. How will we rescue
Really
the auto
uplifting speech for the auto
manufacturing in the United
workers.
States? Let's remember, you got to remember how we got here. For decades and decades, and I've been talking about this subject for 12 years, long before I ever thought of becoming a politician.
I don't like saying I'm a politician, but I guess I am now.
That's a lot of fun. I could have had the easiest, nicest life, L. I would have had the nicest, softest life. Instead, I have to beat these lunatics up all day long. Every day. Every day, lunatics.
Everyday
I never heard of the
lunatics.
word
You know what he
indictment.
means?
Now I get
He means that every day he's forced to go out there and speak to people that he's speaking in front of right now, to which he considers to be lunatics, in order to keep afloat, in order to make money, in order to keep the grift going. He's mad that this is what his life has come down to. He's got to speak to people like this to get shit out of their pockets and into his coffers. That's what he means by that.
Get indicted like every 3
Just
days.
wanted to clarify.
He spoke badly about the election. He must be indicted. He said something bad about Joe Biden. Joe Biden is the most corrupt president and most incompetent president we've ever had. Oh, no. No, I shouldn't have said that. I'm going to get indicted again for saying that. For decades, you've watched rotten and crooked politicians like Biden treat American jobs
Fuck you, Rumble.
as disposable and American
Oh, come on.
workers as expendable. They sat back and got rich by taking
It's the best he
bribes
sounded
from
tonight,
other
though.
countries, rape and pillage our jobs and our wealth. That's what happened. Joe Biden claims to be the most pro-union president in history. Nonsense. Think of it. His entire career.
Dude, every
think of
time
it.
he messes up,
His
he
entire
has to start
career
the
has been an
sentence
act of
over.
economic treason
Think
and
of it.
union destruction.
Think
He's
of it as I
destroyed
restart
unions,
this sentence
shipping
and
millions
reread
of
the monitor
American
to see what I was
jobs
really
overseas
supposed to
while
say.
personally taking money from foreign nations hand over fist. Look at the money he got from China. Look at what's coming out. China.
I'm still waiting to
Look
see.
at Joe back
Now that you
then.
say it.
He backed China's entry into the World Trade Organization. He backed the horrendous Trans-Pacific Partnership.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm going to give Rumble a call.
Which
Give him a
would
piece of
have
my mind.
destroyed
I'm trying to stream here.
the
You
American auto industry had I not stopped it. You remember?
Today, Junior.
When I stopped it?
If he keeps doing it, I'll just refresh it. Like I said, I've been doing it the whole time, so
And
I
that was
don't
a
think there's
done
anything I
deal.
can
And
do
in
about
fact,
it,
during
honestly.
the debate, I got beautiful.
Are they streaming this anywhere else? Probably Real America's Voice. Does anybody know
So I called
another
beautiful. She's
place they might be
beautiful,
streaming this?
beautiful Hillary.
Because this is
To
shit.
change your position on
He's
TPP,
drunk. All right, I'll refresh you. I'll give you a
they
refresh.
were trying to pull a fast
I'll
one
give
on
you a refreshy. You made me do it. Look what you made me do.
Use-
How many people are in here? 70,000. Isn't that just depressing?
Stop.
70,000
Didn't you
fucking
know
people watching right now.
thousands of
Oh,
Americans
shut
are
up.
piggybacking off
Shut
an
your
IRS
face.
program.
Trans-Pacific Partnership, my very first week. Do you remember 2016 when we won Michigan?
Back at it, like
Michigan
it-
hadn't been won in like decades.
Hunter Biden.
Everett said, oh. And then we did much better in 2020. I mean,
I like
we
David
did
Beckham.
much better.
I gotta get back to
But we're gonna do
podcasts.
so, we're gonna
I used to listen to
swamp
literally
them.
like
We're gonna
8,
swamp
9
them. We
podcasts a
actually did
day.
much better, including in Michigan. I ended Obama's war on American energy. He had a war on American energy. Gasoline prices plummeted and soon reached $1.87 a gallon. How
Only
does
took
that
over
sound?
1 million dead people to get there.
Now, you know, it's over $5 and $6 and even $7 a gallon in some places, and it's going up higher and higher and higher. And I think they want that. That way you go all electric, so you can drive for 15 minutes before you have to get a charge. The economy.
The
grew.
charges now
Household
take
incomes
15
rose
minutes.
by more than $6,000
fuck
a
is
year,
he
which
talking
is a
about?
record. $6,000 a year during my term. A year. I ended the disaster known as NAFTA, the worst trade deal ever made. and
Why
replaced
can I
it with
recite
the brand
his
new
fucking
USMCA,
speeches?
Mexico, Canada. That's the best trade deal ever made, they say. In our
It's so good they're
country.
trying to change it. They're already trying to
The deal we
renegotiate.
made with China
Oh, come on.
is even better, but unfortunately with COVID, I don't even talk about that one. But we made a lot of good deals with Japan, with South Korea, with many, many
Why?
countries. We took bad deals and made them good.
Why all of a sudden? It was fine for 20 minutes in
It was so
before that.
bad. I used to ask my people, who made these deals? Why did they do it? Who made them? They were so bad, just on them.
If you turn down the
Face.
quality on his
With
video,
USM
it'll work better. Dude, you know who you're talking to here? The quality on his video. I'll look if I get to the fucking volume, dude. How the fuck would I do that? The quality. I mean, look at him. He looks like an asshole already. How can I make him look worse? Quality. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I got it. I got it. I think I'm already on the worst. Nothing I can do. Yeah, it'll go.
75%
We'll
of
get,
every car
we'll get
on
there.
there.
Not that
deal
any of us
must
give
be
a
made
fuck
in
about
North
hearing them
America.
anyway.
We're
I
going
just,
to have to make
I'm more or less here to be
75%
with you
of the cars
guys.
in North
This is
America.
just
Who ever heard of
my
that?
vehicle.
And a massive portion must be made by high-wage labor, which means
Don't
American
all
labor.
laugh at me at once, assholes.
Back in 2008, Biden and Obama promised
Thank you,
that
Steph.
they'd
I like you
renegotiate NAFTA,
genuinely being here.
but in 8
I
years,
do appreciate
they never
it.
lifted a finger. They never changed a thing. You know,
Could it
NAFTA
be
was so
with
bad
this
that when
fucking
it was
thing, though?
negotiated a long time ago, decades ago, they made typographical errors, like in numbers, and they were bad typographical.
Again, like, just, I don't understand.
Bad for us. Cost us what?
It's really frustrating, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. So now I know what Hal deals with. Although I feel like I might have a few more expletives dropping behind the scenes when this happens. A couple holes in the wall.
Stop.
Fox is streaming
Did
this
you
on
know
YouTube.
thousands of
All right.
Americans are piggybacking off an
All
IRS
right.
program?
Bro, shut up. Thank you. YouTube. Why is Fox streaming this? Now that you fucking mention it, why would that happen? Can I stream somebody else streaming it? Let's see. Foxy lady. What do we got here? Do I subscribe to fucking Fox? If I do, that's gross. There you are. Doesn't say they're live, though. Well, I don't see it anywhere. Do you? Not that I see. That's alright. Just leave it out at some point.
Not to do. It was very
I'm not
easy,
worried
but
about
we
it.
got it done, and we got it done
The worst is
properly.
we don't hear
Michigan
Donald Trump
jobs
tonight,
would have been
which is a good
exported,
fucking night anyway.
while millions and millions of foreign cars
Maybe
would
if I
have
keep it
flooded
small.
American streets.
You don't really
This
wanna
is
see
what
him
would have
anyway.
happened. Obama and Biden didn't care one bit, but I did.
Don't
and I
go
stopped
too
it,
far
and I
now.
stopped it cold. I took on communist China like no administration in history.
Shit, Carl, I
no
don't know.
administration
I think I missed something you said.
in history did what I've done, bringing in hundreds of
Dunno,
billions of
just,
dollars pouring
type in
into our
Trump
treasury
live.
when no other president had gotten literally 10 cents. And I also got $28 billion for our great farmers. You know that, right? Our
Look
farmers.
at this fucking
That's
nonsense
why I
I'm
say, you
doing
think
right
I'm
now.
going to do badly in Iowa? Or
I would watch this
Nebraska,
just to
any of
laugh at me, right?
Wisconsin, any of our farm areas? I say, you know, I don't want to be too cocky. I just got very good polls from
Too
all of us,
cocky.
but
I don't wanna
from
be too
everywhere.
cocky.
He says, be cocky. That's okay. But who else would have done that? $28 billion. I said to the secretary coming into our country, and this magnificent tariff, they can't get it off because they make so much
Quiet.
money with it. And by the way, if they took it off, you'd be out of
A
business.
bit quieter.
They want to take it off. They're
I don't know if you can even hear that, to tell you the
It's
truth.
so good, it's so powerful, it's so strong, but they would take over your industry totally. But it remains in place to this day. Not because
There's no way you can hear that.
because they sort of have no choice. It's no exaggeration to state that the Trump presidency and the deftly used and applied Trump tariffs and taxes saved the American auto industry from extinction time and time again. And we're going to do a version of it that's going to make you bigger and better and stronger. It's not even going to be a contest with where you are right now. But crooked Joe Biden is back like a wretched old vulture trying to finish off his prey. Can you believe it?
A wretched old vulture.
You know, I see some of these things that are happening. I say, I wonder if he has any idea that this stuff is happening. Biden's job-killing EV mandate has dictated that nearly 70% of all cars...
If it's still too quiet, let me know. I'll try whatever link you send me. It's not a big deal.
Less than 10 years from now. Do you believe it?
I'm sure there's other people trying to stream it too.
These are built specifically for people that want to take very short trips, okay? Hop in the car, darling, let's drive down to the store and let's drive back.
I can't turn it up. That's it.
That's great.
That's all I got.
They say the happiest day when you
That's all I got.
is the first 10 minutes you're driving it. And then after that, panic sets in because you're worried, where the hell am I going to get a charge to keep this thing going?
Stephen Miller,
Panic!
Tracy,
Panic!
is who I believe
Despite
writes his shit,
colossal
right?
government subsidies, Ford alone is projected to lose an astonishing $4.5 billion.
Fred, that's who I was just. Oh no, that's right. That's not who I was just watching. I could try that. That's not a bad idea.
Why are they all agreeing to this?
No, that's who I was just watching on Rumble. That was right side.
You can buy them for peanuts. Why are they not fighting and saying it doesn't work? How about the truck?
Maybe right side on YouTube.
Like 1/5 of you take a power build or one of the good brands, they go for just a small amount of time compared to a diesel fired truck. Diesel fired. You're not even allowed to say the word diesel. It's worse for the environment.
Let's
than what we're
go.
talking about.
Fucking
Much
chat's
worse.
always smarter than me, you
But think of it.
motherfuckers.
They're going to lose $60,000 a car. So when are they going to come
You
to you and say, listen, we
motherfuckers.
can't do this anymore?
How's
They're
that?
gonna
You
come
want to
to
see me
your
again? Oh no.
Head man, Sean. I've been watching him on television. He's a good man. I think he's a good man, but he's got to endorse Trump. The one thing I say about a politician.
How we
I've known
doing? That sounds
politicians
better?
all my life, and then if you would have told me I was going to be a politician someday,
I can
would have said, "No way, I
translate.
don't wanna be a
Yeah.
politician."
Honestly,
The one
I
thing
know
I
the whole
noticed when
speech by
you
now. Not even
go
shitting
out
you, like Hal does. Like how he can pause it and then tell you what he's gonna say next.
And then in an election and you sort of lose
I'm at that
idea,
level.
You always come back to that idea. So these people are into the electric thing. They may soften it up a little bit during the election. They're coming back, and they're coming back stronger than ever. It's like Ron DeSanctimonious. He tried to destroy Social
Jesus,
Security.
sanctimonious.
Now he's trying to back
Yeah, that's
out
all
a
I got.
little bit. He wanted to bring the minimum age to 70. He wanted to destroy it. He also put a heavy hit on Medicare. What happens is now they back up a little
I don't
bit.
understand why
They
he's
always
still
go back to it
so.
as soon as
If
the
he's
election's
all right,
over. So you can't.
if he's not afraid of Ron DeSantis anymore, why does he not shut up about the fucking guy? Does that make any sense to you? I don't know. Doesn't make any
go
sense
for
to me.
that. And in the case of Biden, he's coming back to electric vehicles. Now he hasn't even left yet. So we're talking about, but yeah, maybe someday soon he's going to leave because he wants to get more votes. But just remember, he's coming back. They always go back to their original thought. That's where they are. I don't know why, but that's where they are. Biden's mandate isn't a government regulation. It's
Thank
a
you,
government
buddy.
assassination
I appreciate
of
you
your
being
jobs
here.
and of your industry. The
I
auto
mean-
industry is being assassinated. And it makes no difference what you get. I don't care what you get in the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 5 weeks. They're going to be closing up and they're going to be building those cars in China and other places. It's a hit job in Michigan and
Well, no, Handy
Detroit.
Girl, usually, like, if
And
you're
that's not
scared
sustainable.
of somebody
These
taking your
numbers are
spot
not
or being a
sustainable.
real
Don't come
challenge,
and
you
afford
go
to
after
pay
them.
$60,000 a car. It's going to be more than that.
This is what happens.
All of these cars will be manufactured in foreign lands that you couldn't care less about. I want choice in schools and in the purchase of an automobile.
How did he
an
tie that
SUV
into
or a
vehicles?
truck. I want choice for my automobile, for my truck, for my SUV. And I also happen to want choice for schools. Do we agree with that choice? This is about auto workers and automobiles and workers, period. But I think we can say that everybody wants to see choice in schools also. If you want to buy an electric car, that's absolutely
where did
fine.
that
I'm
just
all
come
for
from?
it. But we should not be forcing consumers to buy electric vehicles. They want to buy all trucks. They want to make all trucks
That's right, baby.
electric. You know
Correct.
that, right? They're going to destroy. You talk about supply chain. They're going to destroy the supply chain. They're forcing the truckers
Good
to
one.
go all electric.
Good
all
one.
electric trucks. Now the trucks probably don't have the power. They only go about 300 miles, whereas a diesel fuel truck goes 2,000 miles. That's a big difference, would you say? Also, the battery takes up so much room. There's practically no room left for what you happen to be shipping. The whole thing is crazy. They want to do They want to do it with boats too. I was with a boating.
The fact that he
manufacturer.
doesn't understand it
Great state,
just
South
is
Carolina,
literally
with a
what
great governor,
blows his
by the way,
mind.
Henry McMaster.
The fact that it can
And
be
we were
done.
there 2 days ago, and I asked him that question. I said, "Do they want?" He said, "Yeah, they want us to go all electric." I said, "How does that work for a boat?" He said, "The entire boat would be like one big battery. Would have no we'd have no room for anything else. I said, what happens if the
I'm
vote has
sorry.
an
Hold on.
access
I gotta
to-
take that
Do
back.
you get
I
electrocuted
gotta take
if
that
the
back.
vote's like... Guy said, you know, I've never thought of that, actually. But
That's
I think I
crazy.
gave him an idea, actually.
What's he talking about a boat
Now,
for?
can you imagine the boat goes down? Diesel fuel truck goes 2,000
What's he
miles.
talking about
That's
boats?
a big difference, would you say? Also, the battery takes up so much room, there's practically no room left for what you happen to be shipping. The whole thing is crazy. They want to do they want to do it with boats too. I was with a boating manufacturer in a great state, South Carolina, with a great governor, by the way, Henry McMaster. And we were there 2 days ago, and I asked him that question. I said, do they want, he said, yeah, they want us to go all electric. I said, how does that work for a boat? He said, the entire boat would be like one big battery, would have no,
What?
we'd have no room for anything else. I said, what happens if the boat has an
The
accident?
boat might be
Do you
one of
get
the better
electrocuted if the boat
platforms.
take-
I mean, aside from
Guy said, you know, I've
the
never
water
thought of
part,
that,
but
actually,
I mean, you'd
think
have the
gave
whole
him an
hull.
idea, actually. Now, can you imagine
And you'd
the boat
keep
goes down
the
and you
center
sit
of
on top
gravity
a battery?
down in the
I
water.
feel good about that, right? In other words, you have to stop approximately for a truck 6 times for the same trip. How are they going to stop 6 times? And yet, it's not stopping these lunatics in Washington. These are lunatics. These are deranged people.
Right, Heather. You're
And I'm
right.
not saying you can't buy an electric car. If you want to buy an electric car or a hybrid or an all-gasoline car or a truck, that has to be your choice. You should have that choice. It's great, right?
Ooh, is that the first?
I could see.
Is that the first ever
I
emoji?
could see electric cars working great.
What do you
for
call it?
certain
Emoji?
uses, short-term,
Emoji?
short-distance uses. We have unlimited gasoline.
Emoji?
Remember that we have unlimited. China.
That's the
doesn't.
first one of
We
those
have
I've seen, though.
Unlimited gasoline for 500 years. We have gasoline more than any other country in the world. Can you imagine? A few years ago, we were energy independent. Now we're
Let's see.
begging countries to give us gasoline. Can you imagine? No, can you even imagine? And we had the best,
you
the lightest, the sweetest. We have the best stuff. Now we're getting it. We're taking tar. Tar. You know what tar is? It's like tar that they have to refine.
How does he
You
get
know
away
they
with saying
refine
this
it? In
shit?
Houston, Texas.
Tar.
We
It's
take
not
tar now
tar.
from Venezuela. Venezuela was supposed to be the bad
Like,
guys.
does he
Venezuela's
understand-
getting
all right.
rich. We're refining
All
their
right.
tar.
All right, I'm gonna be that.
And when-
I guess I'm gonna be that streamer that stops it. But what part of fucking we consume more oil than we produce do these motherfuckers not understand? Like, honest to Christ, I don't understand how hard that is to comprehend. We gotta get it somewhere. I don't know if they've seen lately, but there's a little bit of a conflict going on in Ukraine, which is throwing a little bit of a monkey wrench in things around the globe. It's just so fucking
We're
frustrating.
not taking our beautiful, beautiful stuff. We have the best stuff, but we have the most. We have more than Saudi Arabia, more than Russia. We were energy independent, and we were going to make our fortune, and we were going to sell it to Europe. We were going to pay off our debt. We were going to lower taxes still further. It's amazing. And then these people came in, and they have no clue, or they have a clue, which is even more dangerous. Right now, electric cars don't go far enough, and they're...
Like, this is what he's done his whole life, though, is like, he'll somehow try to answer the question on both sides of it so that he's never wrong. Like, maybe they're dumb. Maybe they're not dumb. Maybe it's like, you can't be both. One or the other, brother. One or the other, dude.
Can't buy an electric car. If you want to buy an electric car or a hybrid or an all-gasoline car or a
Oh,
truck,
man.
that has to be your choice. You should have that choice. It's great, right? I could see.
I probably went
electric
back too
cars
far,
working
but
great for
I guess I'll learn
certain
how to
uses,
do that, too.
short-term, short-distance uses.
I
We have
know.
unlimited gasoline.
Nice,
Remember
sweetheart.
that. We have unlimited. China doesn't. We have unlimited gasoline. For 500 years, we have gasoline, more than any other country.
I don't
in
know
the
what you're
world.
saying nope to. Though.
Can you imagine? A few years ago, we were energy independent. Now we're begging countries to give us gasoline. Can you imagine? No, can you even imagine? And we had the best, the lightest, the sweetest. We have the best stuff.
The
Now
sweetest.
We're taking tar. Tar. You know what tar is? It's like tar.
He was talking about the oil when he said the
Refined.
sweetest.
You know what they're
I didn't catch that
refining
the
in
first
Houston,
time.
Texas. We take tar now from Venezuela. Venezuela was supposed to be the bad guys. Venezuela's getting rich. We're refining their tar. And we're not taking our beautiful, beautiful stuff. We have the best stuff, but we have the most. We have more than Saudi Arabia, more than Russia. We were energy independent, and we were going to make our fortune, and we were going to sell it to Europe. We were going to pay off our debt. We were going to lower taxes still further. It's amazing. And then these people came in, and they
Do you
have
think
no
he
clue.
thinks you have to show
Or they have
ID
a
to
clue,
get
which is
gas
even
too?
more dangerous in a certain way. Right now, electric cars don't go far enough, and they're just far, far too expensive, and people aren't going to be able to afford them. And the cost of operation is also much more. This is their option, though, if they want them. It's their option, and it's an option that some people will take, and I am all for them, but I will not allow.
He sounds.
Under any
You know what?
circumstances.
If there's anything you get out of this speech and what he's been saying for the last year or so, is that he's definitely 100% behind electric vehicles. That's the vibe that I pick up. I'm not sure if you were getting that same vibe, but that's the vibe he wants you to pick up.
American automobile industry to die. I want it to thrive and to thrive like never before. So we're here today at Drake Enterprises, a family-owned
Drake
beautiful
Enterprises.
place.
I
They gave
know
me a
somebody
tour.
in the chat was asking earlier where they were
They
at.
gave
Drake
me a tour. I said,
Enterprises.
this place is beautiful. I said, come on, let's go. I got to go fast. I got to make a speech. It's all over television, this speech. You know, we're competing with the job candidates. They're all running for a job. No, they're all job candidates. They want to be in the, they'll do anything. Secretary of something. They even say VP.
He doesn't even know the
Does anybody
jobs.
see any VP in the group? I don't think so. No, we're, that's right. Can you imagine? They don't have a crowd like we have. When you look at the thousands of people outside that couldn't get in, why didn't you build a bigger plant? I'd like to. But we're here today.
It's another
at
thing he
Drake
does. He loves
Enterprises, a
shitting on the people that
family-owned
set
and
up
operated
his
Michigan
events.
Auto parts supplier that has been manufacturing in America for over 70 years, right? Drake was founded by a great man in 1952, Benny Stemple, right? Benny, we love Benny. Your father, your grandfather. An American
Tell me that's a name
man,
you've said before.
deceased American man with a big American dream. He had a big, big, beautiful dream. Benny started with just 4 people and soon
He had
came
a big
to
what?
dominate the production of gear shift levers for trucks. Today, the company produces transmission components, driveline components, engine components, and car parts for every one of the Detroit Big Three. So
Car
I won't
parts
tell them
at a
I
car
said bad things
manufacturer.
about them in your place.
Who would have thought?
I just want them to fight for what's right. It's common sense. But tonight I was
I'm
honored
not
to meet
sure
Benny's son,
how many
Lee,
people
and
are in
Lee's
there.
children, Nate and Heather. Thank you very much. That's great.
But like I said before, Right Side Broadcasting was trying to, they called it an intimate setting, put it that way. So usually intimate to them is usually like, 3,000, 2,000, something like that is my guess. He'll call it 97,000. There's 3,000 inside, but there's 2 million waiting outside in the parking lot that couldn't get in, because somehow they just, there's always more outside than inside, which is really a good sign for your events. Typically.
Beautiful family. Nate and Heather
Those
say their
cameras
vision for this
around,
company
right,
is to
right.
prove that the American
You know what's
dream
funny
is
too
still
is,
alive for their
you know what's
employees
funny
like
too is, Right Side Broadcasting actually had to put in one of their promos that they run during these things, that like they're known for panning the crowd, like they're known for turning the camera all the way around, is literally in one of their fucking promos that they run, because he blames them so much for not panning the camera. Oh, it's too good. You can't wreck and write it.
it was just for their granddad, who was so wonderful. So Lee, Nate, and Heather, we're going to help you get that job done, okay? And I want to congratulate you on 3 generations of American auto parts, proudly made in Michigan. We love Michigan.
I'm not sure, Troy. Work's been kind of crazy lately, getting into winter season, so
Bad things are happening in Michigan. Your crime rate's through the roof. You got
most of the time I'm relegated to his Saturday show.
It's unbelievable. No.
Excuse me.
Today, nearly 100% of Drake's business is producing components that go into vehicles with internal combustion engines, the very product that Joe Biden and the radical left Democrats, fascists, Marxists, Now they want to make them, for whatever reason, illegal. Figure that one out. And yes, it's true. Today's radical Democrat Party wants to legalize drugs, shoplifting, and sexual mutilation of your children, but they want to allow your gas-powered Suburban, Silverados, and Ford F-150s to die. They can die. Under a Trump administration, gasoline engines will be allowed.
Oh, goody. Woof, what a promise that
And
is.
sex changes for children will be banned. Is that okay?
Motang.
Can you believe it?
Can you believe it?
Mutilization. You know, if you said 10
Mutilization.
years ago, 15 years ago, we will stop.
Who would have thought
the
you'd have to say that?
mutilization of children,
Who would have thought you would be
someone would
crazy?
say, what the hell is he talking about? Today, you have to say it because that's what they're doing. Mutilization of children. without
R.I.P.
parent
Ford
consent.
F-150.
The whole thing is insane. The country has gone insane. You know, a lot of it, they say, you're very conservative. I say, no, I'm a person of common sense. It's not
Oh,
conservative,
yes.
It's not, it's
Yes,
common
that,
sense.
yep.
We want to have
Truer words have never been spoken. Common sense, Donald Trump. Hand in hand. Yep.
a border.
I go to
We
bed
wanna
thinking
have
that every
good
night.
Voting. We want to have same-day voting with all paper ballots, and we want to have a thing called voter ID.
330 million people
Democrats not
plus in
want
this
voter
country.
ID?
He wants to have 1 day voting, all paper
We
ballots.
want to have voter ID. But if crooked Joe Biden gets his way, Drake employees and countless other auto workers and suppliers will really be decimated. I don't know. I hate to tell you what's going to happen, but you know what's going to happen. We're going to stop it. By most estimates, under Biden's electric vehicle mandate, 40% of all U.S. auto jobs will disappear. Think of this.
What?
In 1 or
Where's he
2
getting that
years.
figure?
Think 1 or 2 years. That's what you have to be talking about. Not you're going to get X dollars an hour. It doesn't matter what the hell you're getting an hour.
It doesn't matter what you get in an hour?
Union guys, your leaders,
I would beg to
You
differ,
endorse
and I would think most
me.
people working would beg to differ.
and I'll take care of the rest. Because
It's also, is it ever good when you have more likes than people watching? Usually you're trying to get the people watching to like, not the other way around, but I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it.
because in looking over the statistics now, they're saying, but the real number will
Oh,
be
I gotta think about mods and
100%.
shit.
Because under Biden's mandate, the entire
Why? Do we already have
government
trolls?
will be
First
packed
fucking
up,
live.
shipped
Can't have
to
trolls
China,
already.
which controls over 80%
No fucking way.
of the supply chain for electric vehicle
Thank you,
batteries. They
Steve.
control the
I
whole
appreciate
thing.
you guys.
So they think close to 100% of the business will be gone. Every time Joe Biden and the UAW's political leadership talk about a fair transition to
I'm glad
all
my
electric
animals
cars,
are kicking in. The
American
chat's the best.
labor will be under siege. It's
Chat
not
is
gonna work
great.
for you. It can't work. And I learned a lot today with this great family. I tell you, they said, you know, just one
Hold on.
look. They don't
Hold
need
on.
anything that you have right here.
Hold on. Oh god, this station is just too good. There's just too much content to be made from this shit. I get so overwhelmed. They were talking about Mike Lindell earlier, right? Brian Glenn, and they were praising him for about 10 minutes. And then at the end of it, Brian Glenn was like, "Actually, where the hell's Mike been? I haven't seen him in forever." Oh, he's probably held up. They fucking froze all his shit too. They took his line of credit. He's probably been locked up in a room like the Aviator. What's the guy's name? Shit. Oh, too good. It's too good.
Here in Michigan, and they have a beautiful product.
Thank
There's
you,
no such
George. I
thing
appreciate
as a
you.
fair
dude.
transition to the end of your
My pillow.
way of life.
Howard
You're gonna
Hughes, yeah.
lose your
Thank you,
beautiful way of life.
Correct.
For auto workers, Biden's forced transition is a transition to hell. It's a transition to hell. It's a transition to unemployment and to inflation without end. The inflation that you have now, we didn't have inflation. We had the greatest economy in the history of our country. You know that because you went 4 years like you've never had in your history, in the history of Michigan.
You just
To the
love
striking
modding, Andrea.
workers, I
That's all.
support you in your goal of fair
You're
wages
just addicted to
and greater
modding.
stability, and
You
I
are the
truly
Hunter
hope you get
Biden
a
of
fair
modding.
deal for yourselves and your families. But if your union leaders will not demand,
I'll
that
figure it
Governor
out
Joe
after this,
repeal
how I
his
can do it. I'll make
electric
whoever
vehicle
wants to be a mod
mandate
get
immediately, then
mod.
it doesn't matter what hourly wage you get. It just doesn't make a damn bit of difference, because in 2 to 3 years,
What's up, Turby?
you will not have one
happening?
job in this state. And you've seen it happen before. You've seen what happened where massive percentages of your industry went to other countries like Mexico.
I'll probably end up making a
like
video
South
on the
Korea,
debate,
like Japan.
so I
In
kind of
other
like
words,
watching
your
that
current
fresh. That's why I didn't cover
negotiations
that.
don't mean as much as you think. I mean, I watch you out there with the
What time's it
pictures,
on? 9? I
I
don't
don't
know. I
think you're
can't do
picketing
it.
for the right thing.
Let's
But if
not
they
get- let's not
endorse
get
me
ahead
for
of
leadership,
ourselves.
you
Back
can
it
tell them I
down.
said although
Back
I have
it
a
down.
feeling They may be watching tonight. Because you know when Biden came here yesterday,
Yes, Benny
they only
Loco,
had
you're
11
in.
people.
For a mod.
I'll bet you we have 10,000 people standing outside.
Oh, 10,000 outside. Oof.
Right? I think we do. That's
That means that 1,000
in
inside
fact, for
are
a
really
little while,
lucky.
We're driving through and people are going crazy. I said, "Is this a rally tonight?" No, but I said, "Is this a rally?" We're driving through thousands and thousands of people.
Yeah, it's
we
called
just
a
put it
city,
online.
you fucking stupid
Incredible.
bastard. He's
The
like,
great-
we were
the
driving
great
through tons of
Dan
people,
Scavino.
buildings everywhere.
Where's Dan Scavino? The great Dan Scavino. He gets everything. He sees what's going on. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Dan.
Where is he?
Appreciate it. He's like Eeyore now.
One of the
Thank
greats of
you,
all time, most
Dan.
powerful men in politics. He controls the internet. The great Dan Scavino. Get over here for the cameras, Dan. Get over here. Stephen Chung.
I'm pretty
has
sure they're
got the
inside.
incredible Jason Miller.
I think they're inside
legend,
this,
Jason. Oh, somebody
hence
likes
them
football.
saying that people are outside. So
No,
I
have
don't
a
think
great
10,000
group of
people would
They
be
all wanna
standing in the
come.
rain
You
if
just
that's
don't
what you're
have the
saying. I
crowd. They
agree.
said, "No, we want to come.
Now
They
that
want
I
to come."
get what you're saying.
And they don't want to come to keep me from falling either.
I
They
can't
wanna come
afford
to-
CSL. Don't you guys go
You see,
crazy
now
on me
they
already,
have
for
a new
Christ's
plan.
sakes. If
How
you guys
to
want to
keep
sign
this
up to my
guy from
Patreon,
standing up, we have to get him to stand
patreon.com/Boston
How to keep him
if now that
standing
we're
up
talking about it, I'll fucking
and getting
hire
down.
whoever.
You know, it's so unelegant. You know, I love the 747s.
While I got
Air Force
you,
One.
oh
know, I got
Jesus, hold
new
on.
Air Force One I saved $1.7 billion. They came to me. They said, "Sir, would you sign this?" First day I was in office, I said, "What is it?" "It's a new Air Force One. It's $5.7 billion." I said, "That sounds like a lot of money for a plane." It's actually 2 planes, by the way, but they call it Air Force One. They're identical. I mean, even the wood grain, you can't tell the difference. I could tell because there was a little nick in one desk that wasn't on the other, so I could say that's one and the other one's too. No, it's incredible actually, but you know those planes are like
What
32 years old.
on
And
earth
nobody
are
wanted to
you
make them
talking about?
because they think, "Oh, it'll look like."
What's he talking about? A little Nick. Hold on. Hold on. I probably just went back 8
And getting
minutes. So I
down a
don't
flight,
care.
you know, it's so unelegant. You know, I love the 747s, Air Force One. You know, I got new Air Force One I saved $1.7 billion. They came to me. They said, "Sir, would you sign this?" First day I was in office, I said, "What is it?" "It's a new Air Force One. It's $5.7 billion." They said, "That sounds like a lot of
5.7
money
billion.
for a plane."
Okay, so for two
It's actually
planes,
2 planes, by the way, but they call it Air Force One. They're identical. I mean, even the wood grain, you can't tell the difference. I could tell because there was a little
that's the
nick
fucking point.
in one
That's the
desk
whole
that wasn't
fucking
on the other,
point.
so I could say that's one and the other one's too. No, it's incredible actually. But you know, those planes are like 32 years old, and nobody wanted to make the move and do it because they think, "Oh, it'll look luxury." In the meantime, they come in from Saudi Arabia and these other countries, brand new. They're like 3
Oh,
months
jeez.
old.
I
and
wonder
they blow
what-
away.
now, guys,
Well,
why-
our country should have the latest, so they go-
Why do you think he would pick Saudi Arabia? I mean, this guy just oozes jealousy for fucking authoritarian dictators who just have uber wealth because they just stepped on the fucking backs of the people they subjugated. Those are the people. This is who. If you want to be somebody that Donald Trump loves, just somehow become the ruler of your country, steal all the people's wealth, buy a really nice plane, and fly to the United States. He'll fucking love you. Back to the show.
So they wanted me to do it. It was 5.7 billion. I said, nope, it's too high. They said, why do you see that? Why are you saying that? Because Obama agreed to the deal.
Yeah, right
They
on.
agreed to
Tears
it.
in
It's
their
too
eyes.
high. So the head of Boeing came in and he said, sir, we have to get 5.7. I said, nope, I'm not doing it. I was supposed to sign it. I said, I'm not doing it, not for 5.7. It has to have a 3 on it. I didn't know what that meant, except I knew it was a hell of a cut, right? Right? Right, Al? So they said,
Okay.
sir, we're not going to do
All right.
it. We're not going to do
We're
it.
doing
We'll
it.
take
We're
off
doing the
400
rewind thing.
million.
Yeah, we're doing the rewind thing,
I've been
which
doing this for about 3
means I'm gonna
minutes and I
go
got 400
right
million. Nick,
here,
in one
and we're
desk,
gonna
it
watch
wasn't
that.
on the other,
Just
so I could say that's fun, and the other
ridiculousness
one's
again.
too.
Okay.
No, it's incredible, actually. But, you know, those
Try to
players are
stomach
like
this
32
here.
years old, and
Obama.
nobody wanted to make the move and do it because they think, oh, it'll look luxury. In the meantime, they come in from Saudi Arabia and these other countries, brand new. They're like 3 months old, and they blow it away. And, you know, our
They
country
blow
should
it
have the
away.
latest and the greatest.
What does that mean?
So they wanted me to do it. It was 5.7 billion. I said, nope, it's too high. They said, why do you see that? Why are you saying that? Because Obama agreed to the deal. If they agreed to it,
All
it's
right.
too high.
So before he
So
goes
the
to
head
this
of
line,
Boeing
remind
came
you,
in and he
this
said,
is
"Sir,
supposed to
we
be
have to
the
get
great
5.7."
fucking
I said, "Nope,
negotiator,
I'm not doing it.
businessman
I'm
of our
supposed to
time.
sign it." I said, I'm not doing it, not for 5.7. It has to have a 3 on it. I didn't know what that meant, except I knew it was a hell of a cut, right? Right? Right, Al? So they said, sir, we're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. We'll take off $400 million. That was pretty good. I said, you know, I've been doing this for about 3 minutes and I got $400 million. Can you imagine the money these people make doing these planes? So I said, no deal. I said, no deal. And it's got to have a 3, got to have a 3. And I held out, and they
No, I
called
don't know
up
how
2
that
weeks
fucking
later.
works.
I said, what do they want? They were calling. They said, sir, we're going to take another 300 million. That's 700 million off. And I haven't done anything. I probably worked for about 2.5 minutes, and I got 700. And I just said no, and I sort of forgot about it. A month and a half later, they called me up. Sir, we'll do it for 3,999,999,999.99 cents, right?
Oh, please clip it. Clip it.
And I said, you
Clip
have
it.
yourself a deal?
Somebody clip that. Somebody clip that. Donald Trump just gave us a really good fucking sound clip of him going 9999, which I am definitely going to put side by side by the movie Downfall. If you haven't seen the movie Downfall, just Google Downfall after you leave here, and you'll know what the fuck I'm talking about. 9999. Because he didn't know how to finish that number. That's why. He just gave us that fucking soundbite because he is too fucking stupid to know how to finish a fucking number that has more than 5 fucking digits. That's why we just got that clip. That's why. Right there. That's why.
So I saved $1.7 billion on that.
Bye, Scotty B.
Does
Thank you
anybody
for showing
give me
up.
credit
I
for
appreciate
that?
it.
No. Does the fake news
Yes,
call me and
Inglourious
say, what a
Basterds too,
wonderful
yep.
thing you did? No. That's okay. That's okay. But your leadership should endorse me, and I will not say a bad thing about them
Teddy
again.
fucking
They will
ballgame
have
knocks
done
it
their
out of the
job. They will
park.
have done a proper job. In fact, if they endorse me, they will have the easiest labor leadership job anywhere in the country. They just have to sit back and watch as our auto industry reignites and booms. That's what's good. They don't even have... Right? I mean, how can they go with this guy? Can't find his way off a stage. I'm looking at these, I always sort of look at stages now. I get a little, because I say, how the hell do you not find your way? So every once in a while.
He was just
I'll
about to
look
say
at the
because
doors
he's
and
is afraid of getting lost on stage too.
and I say,
So
how the
now
hell
when he
does
gets
it
on
work that
stage,
you
he has to
can't
look
find
around
your
for
way
the
off
exits to
stage?
make sure he
How
knows
does
where the
that
fuck
work?
to
But he
go.
can't. Joe Biden is surrendering our auto industry to China, just like he surrendered our borders to the cartels and he surrendered Afghanistan in the most embarrassing week, day, time period in the history of our country.
Besides
Surrendered to
Pearl
the Taliban,
Harbor,
took the military
9/11.
out first. You don't take you take the military out last.
Iraq.
So tell your UAW leadership, no problems with them. But they have to endorse Trump, because if they don't, all they're doing is committing suicide.
Usually
And
a first stream has
you don't
10
want
or
that to
20
happen,
people.
because they're committing
Well, that's good then.
suicide on the back of your jobs.
I think,
You can't
right?
Let that happen. The Democrats.
I'm sure it usually
says
depends
they
on how many subscribers you have at
wave
the time,
the
but
white flag
I'm
of
cool with it.
surrender over your
Are you a
future to
union
other
plumber?
foreign
Negative.
countries. You can't
I
have
am
it,
not
so
a union plumber.
If you could speak to Sean, he's listening right now, I'm sure. Sean, endorse Trump, and you can take a nice
What's up?
2-month vacation, come back.
Oregon, huh?
You guys are going to be
How are
better
you?
than you ever were. You don't
Appreciate you coming. This is
the
a
other way, you won't
non-union
have a
shop,
vacation,
correct?
Sean.
Yes.
And in a short period of time, you're not going to have a union. You're not going to have jobs. You're not going to have anything. You're
Why the fuck does he?
strongest you've
Why is he
ever had.
talking about that?
You're going to do great.
They're not a union shop.
So
Why the fuck
easy.
would they care if
It's
there's
common
not a
sense
union?
Again, it's common sense. But unlike them, I will never surrender. I'll never surrender for you. And the American worker
This must be
never
the ending.
surrenders either. Never.
We will never surrender.
But
We
you
will
need
never give up.
leadership. You know, it's nice
We
to
will
say
never
you
fall
never
back.
surrender, but you need direction and you need leadership. Crooked Joe puts China first. Mexico
He is so
first,
stupid, Steph. You are
Ukraine
fucking
first, Europe
absolutely right.
first, Asia first, illegal aliens first, environmental lunatics
Illegal
first.
aliens.
Puts everyone else first. But he puts America last. He puts our workers
Yes,
last.
Nuki, please.
He puts
Anything
the
is appreciated.
UAW last.
Even if
He
you guys
puts
just
our
want to go and
industries last. He puts your
just
families
give my
last.
Patreon some traffic, even if you don't
He
sign
puts
up, just go check it
everything-
out and
he does
give
put
something a
your
like or
children
whatever
last,
if you
yeah.
can see it on
When you
there.
think
I
of it,
appreciate it.
Probably they should be at the top of your list. Thank you very much. I'm going to use that. Do you mind if I use that from now on? Who said that? That was very.
Who said that? Stand up.
He puts your
Stand
children
up.
last. That's going at the top of my list.
Stand up.
He puts everything that's good last. Mine is slightly different. I put America first every single time. So let me say to every UAW member and skilled workers all across our nation, Joe Biden, the Democrat Party, and their political cronies,
I know, see, I've been trying.
ceased to serve your interest a long time ago. They don't care about you. I mean, he came here yesterday. What did he have? 9 people, right? 9.
Standing in circles.
We have 9,000 people outside.
Oh, jeez, it just went down by 1,000. 1,000 people went home since the last time he said that.
And that's because they didn't know we were coming. They didn't even know we were coming. They just found out. In reality, they don't
Wait a
represent
minute. Wait
you.
a
They
minute.
represent
Wait
a
a
deep
minute.
state
Wait the fuck
bureaucracy,
a minute.
global financial
Wait the
class.
fuck a minute. Wait a minute. Run that one by me again. Run that one by me again. There's 9,000 people outside, but they didn't know he was coming. So they just 9,000 people just stumbled upon each other in the same fucking spot. We're supposed to be led to believe. Is this guy fucking okay? Is he okay? Is he fucking okay?
Who said that? That was very good. He puts your children last. That's going at the top of my list.
Hi, Tammy.
He puts
There's no such thing
everything
as
that's
late.
good
As long
last.
as you're here, you're good.
Mine is slightly different. I put America first every single time. So let me say to every UAW member and skilled workers all across our nation, Joe Biden, the Democrat Party, and their political cronies, ceased to serve your interest a long time ago. They don't care about you.
Well, we'll never know, Adam, because they don't pan, they don't turn the cameras. They never turn the cameras.
9.
The red lights
He
go
had
off as soon as he
9,000
starts
people
talking about it.
outside. He had 9 people. And that's because they didn't know we were coming. They didn't even know we were coming. They just found out. In reality, they don't represent you. They represent a deep state bureaucracy, a global financial class, and a political class that have taken control of this country.
Hey,
for their own
Tim.
enrichment
What's up,
and
buddy?
Self-purposes.
Bruce,
Stealing your
how are
wealth
you?
and stealing your labor while shipping off our best and brightest to die in expensive
Rigo
exotic
Rojas.
foreign
That is
wars
just
in
a
countries
really
that you've
fun
never
name to
even
say.
heard of. And just like you're fighting for your rights and your American dream, I'm fighting for my rights and fighting for my
He's
freedom
Jam. He's supposedly
against the
talking about the
coordinated,
10,000. Well,
very
no, 9,000.
forces of
Well,
evil. I've never
by
seen
at this
anything
point,
like it.
probably
It's
8,000
weaponized
people
justice.
standing
We have a
outside
weaponized
in the
justice
rain
system.
that didn't know he was
I
coming.
want to indict. Think of this. I want to indict my political opponent. He's beating me. We got to indict him. I think, that works two ways, because when the next one gets in, let's hope that's me.
Here he goes, full fascist.
And I'm sure I'd never
Here
do
he
it.
goes.
I would not do it. You have an opponent and you say, let's indict him.
Here he
And
goes.
because people know me so well, we know each other very well, my ratings and my approval numbers went up. I'm the only person that ever got indicted when my numbers went up. It's a weird... That's because
Heather
you know me.
Flaherty
I
says
didn't
your
take a
notification did
salary.
not
I
say you were live at Boston
my
Bryan.
ass
Just
off.
FYI.
And we did a phenomenal
That already
job.
sounds
We
too
did a
complicated for me to
phenomenal job for
understand.
this country.
I set it up.
But
Hopefully it
for
goes
the first
out.
time ever, I never thought they indict their political opponent.
Thank you,
And what
Bruce.
that does is
I
it
appreciate
sets
you, buddy.
off a chain of events that's very dangerous in future years. It could happen
Full
to
frontal
them very
fascism.
easily. The reason Crooked Joe and his thugs are trying so hard to stop me is that in my first term I disrupted all of it. Oh, did I disrupt? That was called major disruption. And in my second term, which we're sort of having now, but I don't want the results, right? I don't want the results of this second term. This second term is a disaster for this country. Worst president, think of it. There's
His
never
second
been a
term?
president like this. I
Wait,
say
what?
that
What? Whoa.
You could take the 5 worst
Why?
presidents
I don't
in
want to be
history,
one of
add
those
them
streamers
up,
that just fucking stops and
he's done
rewinds all the
worst
time,
job.
but I
It's off
can't.
a chain of events that's very dangerous in future years.
What's he
Happen
talking about? Was
to
it
them
his
very
second
easily.
term
The
he's
reason
talking about?
Crooked Joe and his thugs are trying so hard to stop me is that in my first term I disrupted all of it. Oh, did I disrupt?
Okay,
that was
first-
called major disruption. And in my second term, which we're sort of having now, but I don't want the results, right? I don't want the results of this second term. This second term is a disaster for this country. Worst president, think of it. There's never been a president like this. I say that.
So is he talking about?
You can
I don't.
take the
I am
5 worst
fucking
presidents
so
in
confused.
history, add them up, and he's done a worse job than
Now I
all
say
of them.
10 presidents. I got to change it to 10.
I can make it to 10 before they are circling. I'll say they want it. With the talent that
Clock's
they say,
running. Chat's not moving.
Grossly incompetent, would have never done it. Grossly incompetent, would have never done it.
Can you?
President done it.
Can you?
President done it with me.
Just so you know, I can't see what the fuck you're saying.
Because you would have had $40 a barrel oil, and at $40 he could not have prosecuted the war. But at $115 he made a fortune and makes a fortune with the war.
There you are.
Again now, I don't know if you've been watching. It's getting up there again now.
What's
So
up?
give me 4 more years, and I will give you the end to
It's
this
just
horrible
Claude Bryant's computer.
globalism that's killing our country.
I'm back.
I'll
I'm
give
back.
you the return of the United States of
First night
America
deep
as the
state.
greatest
Fucking
and strongest
hell.
industrial nation in the history of the world. Together we will dismantle the corrupt power structure that has feasted on the
I'm back,
suffering
right?
of the
Am I
American
back?
auto worker and the workers of any kind, not just
Give me a
auto
thumbs
workers, workers
thumbs
of
up
any
if you need me to rescue you.
We will cast from power the financial
No, Nuke, but that's a
forces
good
that
idea.
turned American
That's a really good
cities into
idea.
ghost towns
I just need the
built
time. The problem is,
skyscrapers
I'll
in
talk after this guy
Beijing,
shuts up.
China. We will wield every lever of government to defend you and
Hang
to
around till
hold
the end if you
accountable
can.
those who have
Please.
profited from the betrayal and suffering of the American factory workers. So sad to see. As your 47th president of the United States, I will be your protector. I will be your advocate, and I will be your greatest champion, the greatest champion that you've
I am starting to notice that the chat is like slightly behind what I say. I'm assuming that's normal.
On
Maybe
day
not.
one,
I
I
don't
will
know.
terminate Joe Biden's electric vehicle mandate, and I will cancel every job-killing. I will then go to every foreign country where we're paying billions and billions of dollars for their
Stop.
military defense, and tell them that if they do not
No,
pass
it would be overheating if anything, but it's not.
purchases of Ford,
I don't know what it
Chevys,
is.
GMs and Jeeps, our troops are packing
It's been
up,
fine
and
for
we're coming home.
75
We're gonna
minutes,
buy
so
our
I can't
products.
imagine
We're gonna
it's
buy our
anything to do with
products.
fucking internet.
That's
But
going to
we're
be the
here.
least of it.
Let's
And
finish
if we can
strong,
afford
please,
to send
internet.
hundreds of billions of dollars
Cocksucker.
to Ukraine, then we can afford to have an auto industry
Now I'm
that
sweating because I'm
pays our
fucking
workers
reconnecting.
a good living wage and keeps our workers working. Having a vibrant car industry
Nobody
is far more
breathe.
important than almost anything we can do for a very important thing called national
Oh, that's
security.
fucking too good.
We
The
need
chat
a
is the
rebirth
best.
of loyalty
You guys
in
are
this
fucking too
country.
funny.
To that end,
Nobody breathe.
we will bring back a very
I'm sweating like a
beautiful word, protection,
motherfucker.
financial protection.
Alright,
You're
I
going
can
to
open
be
a window.
protected financially.
You guys made me sweat.
While we still have the power to do it, you know, there's a run on our currency. They want to take away our currency standards. If that happens, that's the worst thing to happen maybe in our country's history. It'll put us in a much different position. But take a look at what's happening. Countries are leaving our standard. In reality, protectionism never truly went out of fashion. Our corrupt politicians just stopped protecting American jobs and workers, and they started
I'm here,
protecting the
don't you
jobs
fret,
and
I'm
workers
here.
in China, Mexico, Germany, South Korea,
Oh,
Indonesia,
right. That's
Thailand,
better.
and Vietnam, many other countries.
That is
too.
better.
Under the Trump presidency, patriotic protectionism will be the new American way. We want to be
Behave,
protected. That's what we
behave.
have our government for. We want protection in many ways. And we're going to stop the crime in our cities, and we're going to stop the crime in our country.
We're gonna
And we're
stop
not
the
gonna be
crime in our
nice about
country
it.
by
We're not gonna be
stealing the
nice about
election.
That means protecting our workers, protecting our wages, protecting our jobs, protecting our industries, protecting our communities, and
Put the
protecting
laptop
our
in the freezer.
great,
Fuck you
something you don't
guys,
hear about very
assholes.
much anymore. A great American dream. We had an American dream. You don't hear about that with this guy. This guy walks up yesterday. Looks like he's going to fall over standing in front of some people. Looks
know,
like
I
he's
should,
going to
right?
fall over. This is not a leader. The whole world is laughing at us.
Oh, Kyle, I could give you a
They
kiss. You're the
respected
best,
your
buddy.
leader. Whether you like your leader or not, they
It's amazing how many
respected your
nice
leader.
people,
They said,
like,
we're not going to mess. We're not
I
gonna
run into
mess."
on here that you guys are.
Upon
Like,
taking office, I will impose an
I was always
across-the-board
told that the
tariff
internet
on
was
foreign
shit
made
with
goods.
shitty people, which there
I
are,
will also
obviously,
pass the
but
Trump reciprocal trade.
I feel like I've been lucky so far with you
That
guys.
means that if China or any other country makes us pay a 100 or 200 or 300%
Thank you, Nick.
tariff or tax,
Appreciate that.
we will make
Have a
them
good
pay
night. I appreciate you.
reciprocal tariff of 100, 200, or 300%. What could be more fair? Right? I will revoke China's most favored nation. Can you believe they have a most favored nation status? Because they say we are a developing nation.
Thank
Well,
you,
we're
Troy.
a developing nation too. When you look at our cities, we're developing. We're developing in the wrong way. They are doing the worst job. Democrat mayors, Democrat governors. And we will impose
Appreciate you guys.
penalties on China and other trade abusers. Foreign auto parts manufacturing will
I
be
need
among
tech
our
nerds.
first targets.
Tech
We're going
nerds is
to
what I
bring in
need because
home
I am the
from
opposite of a
China
tech
and
nerd,
other foreign countries on
which
a
is,
very
I think, a
grand
jock.
scale. That's you.
That would be me.
Biggie.
That's
All
me.
right? That's you. And because we want all Americans to win and win big from these policies, we will insist that tariffs on foreign countries go up because they tariff us crazily. And then we have these stupid people.
Somebody that doesn't understand tariffs, he sure fucking weaponizes them enough, huh?
They're tariffing
It's
us.
literally the
What's
only
the
play he
problem?
has. If he doesn't like some, okay, put the tariff on your wine.
But when those foreign countries tariff us taxes on American workers, which is really
Christ,
what
I either need
small
glasses or I gotta make that
businesses
fucking
do.
chat bigger somehow.
We will
I need Hal's
do
screens. I
the
think Hal has a fucking movie theater screen with his chat on it. He's always looking up at the ceiling like, yep, answering the chat.
Well, in China, they put a big tax on us when we.
That's up to you guys, Heather. That's what somebody else asked me. What is my chat called? What are my fans called? And I can't. I'm not gonna name you guys. That's ridiculous. It has to develop naturally, spontaneously. I can't just name you guys.
I gave you the largest tax cut in the history. Deliver tax cuts, the likes of which you've never seen before. You will do better,
Right,
make more
right,
money, and
says
have
the
a more
crime boss,
secure
correct.
job than you've ever had before. Best of all, they will be fully paid for by outsourcers and foreign producers who will be paying trillions and trillions of dollars into our treasury for the privilege of doing business in the United
Thank you
States
for the
of
likes.
America.
Thank you for
Isn't that
sharing
bad?
this too. Anybody that has.
Gonna get rid of a big
Don't know if
portion
anybody
of our
has,
deficit,
but I'm
too.
hoping somebody has.
We're going to tariff and tax them, and you, the American worker,
Oh,
will
shut
be
up.
the primary beneficiary. And in conclusion, I don't need to tell anyone in this room
All of a
what
sudden,
the
everything's going to
globalist and
shit
trade abusers
right when I'm about to
did
fucking
the
end it.
people of Michigan. You've seen the lives wrecked. You've seen your family destroyed. In many cases, the families have been shattered and the communities battered, brutalized, destroyed economically and by crime.
All right, big finish.
But
This is
my
the big
message
finish.
to you tonight is that Michigan's abuse under Joe Biden will end, and I will take you to new heights never dreamed of before, never even dreamed of. The Wall Street predators, the Chinese cheaters, and the corrupt
The Chinese
politicians have
cheaters.
I will make you better.
What?
Simple, I will make you better.
Did he just
For
say
years,
that?
foreign nations have looted and plundered your hopes, your dreams, and your
The
heritage,
Chinese
and now
cheaters.
They're going to pay for what they have stolen and what they have done to you, my friends. We're gonna do it together.
Shut up, lady. Whoever's fucking
We're
yelling,
going
shut
to
up.
take their money. We're going
Fucking
to
annoying.
take their factories. We're going to rebuild the industrial bedrock of this country like it used to be
Oh.
many, many decades ago. By the time this battle is over, the rusted out factories will not be here in Michigan. They'll be in Beijing, Shanghai, and other parts of the world. Taking it back. We're taking it back. And it won't be hard.
I can't win. The chat comes back and fucking the YouTube stops. How am I supposed to win at this?
The gleaming new buildings and roaring production lines will be built in Lansing and Flint and Sterling Heights and Grand Rapids and Pontiac. Dear
Why? Why all of a sudden? Why?
Dearborn and Detroit. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been preparing my entire life for this battle. We did such a great job. 4
Right,
years
Mimi?
ago.
Like,
We
he
were
has been ending most of his... I think that's his rally.
Let's be nice about
Like,
it.
what he calls a fucking rally. Like, he'll play that music at the end of it. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Let's just see where he is live. Come on, you bastard. First night, the life of a streamer. This is what you deal with. This is what you deal with. Why would that just work for so long? Why the fuck would that just work for so long?
Go to mypillow.com or call the number. on your
Hopefully
screen.
it's done.
Use your promo code.
It's gotta be over. It's gotta be over. Alright, we're done with that shit. Finally. Holy fucking crap.
Struggling.
Oh, is that him? Telling me when it's over. Rudolph, come on, tell me you've seen Rudolph. I still can't see the chat, but that's alright. I'm assuming there's still 60 people here because it's telling me 60 people are here. I have absolutely no way of confirming that because the
Under
chat's
the
not
Biden
moving.
economy,
Alright,
talking
good,
about
it
what
is
he
over.
would do
Alright,
coming
cool.
back at the border with the war in Ukraine to avoid any war.
Alright. Done with it. Alright, chat's back? Maybe? Kinda? No? Possibly? Anybody? We still here, Brian. I don't know when that's from. That could have been from fucking 15 minutes ago, for all I know. Again, somebody shoot me a thumbs up if you need help. Or if you're here. But, I mean, come on. Everybody knows that in order to prevent World War III is the reason we need to supply Ukraine with as much and as fucking as modern equipment as we possibly can. To World War III just has absolutely no idea how any of it works. But like I was gonna say before, pretty much my goal. my goal at some point is to do this just full time, be able to wake up, give you guys the news, give you guys the facts, be able to do my Midas touch stuff, and if I want, still go out and do plumbing in the afternoon. Unfortunately, the only way I'm not going to be Venmo, PayPal, Patreon, just liking, sharing. If you're not in the financial position, that's perfect. You feel gives you the most. Like, I am the person that you get the most benefit from. I give you a smile, a laugh, uh, history lesson, political facts, whatever it may be. If I'm that person that you turn to, then fucking hell, David Packman, Jesse Dolmore, whoever it may be, then donate and give that person. Just as long as you're giving me the middle finger right now, and I wouldn't know. So now's your time if you do want to give me the middle finger. Any trolls that are in here, now's your time. But speaking of trolls, I kind of want to run my chat, so to speak. If you guys are always going to be in here, similar to the way Hal is, when I'm really dynamic, really explosive stuff. You know what I mean? I don't jump around. I still am around in this area. Believe it or not, I know Massachusetts is very blue, but believe me, we got them up here too, and some of them are in my family. So really wealthy people have paid a lot of money over a long time to get these people to believe the shit that they believe now. So it's not all their fucking fault. But I appreciate you guys being here. Hopefully you are still here. At this point, I just feel like I'm talking to myself on a phone, which is always a good thought. It's really good for your mental state to think that you're sitting here talking to yourself. Hopefully, the more experience I get, the more people that watch my videos, the better ability I have to do better quality stuff in. Can't see anything on the chat right now, so